Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Commander Lendad here with another video on DC Legends. And before I start, I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope that 2017 is a great year for all of us. And to whatever you do today, I hope that you have a great time with family and friends. Anyway, I decided to make this video talking about the bundle that is in the store right now, the Willpower bundle. And I just wanted to give you my impressions on it, and also wanted to kind of talk about a little bit in the second part of the video, talk about the current state of willpower and whatnot. So first of all, if you look at the willpower bundle in the store, it's 50 to 100 willpower energy for $9.99. Now, in my opinion, guys, this is a really bad offer. We've had some really bad offers in the past couple of days, in my opinion. The offer not being set, or in other words, you don't know exactly what you're going to get and how many you're going to get, in my opinion, is a very bad gamble, and it doesn't make it attractive at all, at least for me. It might be those of you who have more of a gambling mentality, you know, you might buy it and be okay with it. Personally, I'm going to make it a pass. I think, in my opinion, it would have been better if it was a set number for each willpower. For example, an incremental offer. You bought the 100 offer, you got 75 green willpower, for example, 25 blue hope power. If you got the 75, then you got something like 45 green and 30 blue, or 45 green and 15 blue and 15 red, or something like that. And then you got the 50 offer, which would be the one that has the rarest materials. So in that one you got 12 blue, 12 red, 6 white, 6 black, and something like 12 green or something like that. Anyway, so I think, in my opinion, that would have been a much better offer, more like a tiered offer, rather than just buying something that you don't know what you're gonna get, right? So in my opinion, that just makes it really, really bad, guys. So in my opinion, that is a pass. So anyway, that's what I want to briefly talk about, the offer, but I want to move on to the second part of the video. I wanted to talk to Warner Brothers directly. So I want to ask you guys to share this video with as many people as possible, you know, 6 degrees of separation, right? So hopefully it'll come across the desk of somebody at Warner Brothers, because I think that they've been making some choices lately that are not very good for the game, and I just want to talk about that. And this one specifically, I'm going to talk about willpower. So 2 things before I begin. Number 1, I understand that the game needs to make money. Okay, it's a reason that we go to work. It's a reason people make products. People want to make money, and they need to make money to be able to keep developing the game. And this is just the way it is, right? Nothing is for free, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, for the game to go on, it needs to make money. Completely understandable. That's perfectly fine. We all understand it, or most of us do understand that. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is that you have a great gem here at WB. This is a great game, in my opinion. You have iconic characters that are easily recognizable by many people, even people who are not fans of the comics or comic books in general. And it has addictive gameplay also, would make this game, and I believe those 2 elements alone would make this game last several years, with the introduction of several other modes of play, which again, this is not what the video is about, but something like guilds, or you would call it leagues, to stay in the spirit of DC Comics. That being said, when you make your characters so expensive and almost impossible to level their abilities through farming means, you start to make people upset and not want to play your game. And again, the game is going to be successful as long as you have eyeballs on your game. And willpower has become so nearly impossible to get that it's beyond ridiculous at this point. Like, I understand the decision to take it out of the arena packs, because obviously, you know, we were getting too much of it, and I agree. That one, personally, I didn't quite like it, obviously, because you want to get as easily as you can. But then again, I understood why you had to do it. It was, you need to make that resource rarer so people can actually go and buy it. But reducing the drop rate out of the missions to an extremely low level, and also giving us mostly one and not a set amount of this resource from each node in the time events, and making the refreshes 500 gems, it's beyond ridiculous, in my opinion. Now, myself and other players who have spent money in the game, we think that this is ridiculous. Now, people who have, you know, an excessive amount of income and expendable income, they'll buy whatever pack you put out there. But people like myself and others, that we have a family and we work and whatnot, and we have to watch our every penny, you know, we're not going to just be shelling out money every time. And you have a great game here, once again, with very iconic characters. That being said, you're not the only fish in the sea. You're competing against other games with a similar formula and very iconic characters as well. A good example would be Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is this game, Legends, borrows a lot from. And that game has a movie right now that is bringing a lot of people into the game. They have several means to get character fragments that make it relatively easy compared to Legends. Now, their characters are not as iconic as yours, and what I mean by that is, for example, most people know who Batman is, who Superman is, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg. You can even throw names like Raven out there, Robin, and people know who those, even if they're not into comic books, they know, everybody knows who Batman is. My dad knows who Batman is because he grew up with Batman, and he's not a comic book fan. Green Lantern, Flash, again, those characters. Now, people do know who Darth Vader is, they know who Luke Skywalker is, but they don't know more minor characters from Star Wars unless they're really into Star Wars. So that being said, you, WB, you have a great gem here of very recognizable characters in pop culture today. And so you have a great opportunity here. But that being said, okay, when you make it so impossible or ridiculously expensive to get the characters and to take them to max level, people will move on to another game, because again, you're not the only game that has this formula going on. For example, you're competing also against Future Fight, Marvel Future Fight. Again, very iconic characters there too, even if people are not comic book fans. Everybody knows Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, or, thanks to the movies. And it has many similarities to Legends as well. And there you can get a 6-star character for about $20 a month if you decide to invest some money and you're patient about it. You can get it for free. If you're patient enough, it takes you about maybe 2-3 months to get it to 6 stars. If you're patient, you can get a tier 2 character for about $70, or you can also get it if you want to wait for about 3 to 4 months, just about that time to get it. And that's half the price of the Flash offer that you put out the other day, which you had to pay $150 to get a Flash Legendary 1. I mean, that is extremely overpriced. I know that there are some people that once again have expendable income and they will buy whatever offer you put out there, no matter how terrible they are. For example, once again, paying $150 for a Legendary 1 Flash is absurd for me and for other people, but I know very few people who did buy it. Now, you have a larger chunk of your player base that do not have that expendable income and they didn't buy this offer. Myself and others fall into this category, and I believe that this is the section of the player base that actually keeps the game running for a long time, because they're usually the ones who actually invest themselves into the game for the long haul. They're not here just to buy the characters and then they get tired and they move on to another game and take money with them to another game. We are the players who we love these characters. We really, really want to invest in the game because we love the game. And even if we're just putting out like 5, 10, 20, 50 bucks out there every month or so, or even just $100 a year or something like that, when you have a larger player base of people doing that, you get more income coming into your game, which gives you longevity in that game. You're always going to have the whales, guys, like we call them, right? The people who have the big wallets, and they're always going to buy this stuff no matter how ridiculously expensive it is. So, but you need that player base that is going to be with you for the long haul. Now, I think if you want to play the long game and try to cash out, you need to cash out less now and think more about cashing more in the future when your player base grows, because people with the word of mouth keeps going and people keep coming into the game. Unless you're playing the short game and you want to cash in big now and not so much in the future, which I think would be the very bad idea, because that's how games usually get canceled, and I personally don't want to see this game canceled because I have so much fun with it. And even the mess that PvP is right now, even though it has been fixed a little bit in the past couple of days, I still have a lot of fun with this game, and I like to invest myself in this game. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts and on the offer and my open video to WB. And I would ask you guys share this video so that hopefully it can get into the hands of somebody from WB and they can hear some of the thoughts about the willpower, current state of willpower in the game right now, and some of the things that I think would make it better for them to be able to bring more people in. Anyway, guys, if you found this video helpful, or you enjoyed it, or you agree with what I said, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, as that helps us out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on all the great content that I'm going to be bringing you in the days ahead. And also, don't forget to enable notifications so that you're alerted anytime that a new video goes up. And guys, once again, Happy New Year, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.